Forklift. Forklift Extreme?
Hey geeks and gamers, and welcome to my review of Forklift Extreme Deluxe Edition. I was gifted this game by Teddy of Majora in a game swap. I gifted him Assault Android Cactus, and he did a review of it a few days ago, so go check that out. And then he gifted me Forklift Extreme. Here are my thoughts. Now, I have been trying to wrap my head around why Teddy sent me Forklift Extreme. Been racking my brain trying to remember if we had an in-depth conversation about forklifts or something at some point. Maybe he just thinks I really like Shenmue, and I do really like Shenmue. But he gifted me Forklift Extreme. It was kind of a shock to the system. I wasn't expecting a forklift game, but here we are. And going into this, I kind of thought maybe this was a silly little game that he was maybe he thought I think it was funny, or maybe he thought I just am a forklift, enthusiast. So I didn't really know what to expect going into Forklift Extreme, and I was pleasantly surprised by this game. Forklift Extreme is kind of an arcade game in nature. You are playing as a person working in a warehouse driving a forklift, and you have multiple stages to get through. Each stage sees you completing tasks with your forklift, usually moving a box or moving some barrels or whatever it is. It's usually moving something because it's a forklift, and putting it on a shelf or put it here or there, or putting things in a certain way. The game sounds kind of boring on paper, right? You're just driving a forklift back and forth. You can fully operate the forklift, move the prong things, I don't know what to call those, up and down, and shift them back and forth and tilt them forward and back. Of course, drive around. You can change the camera angle to be the isometric view, the top, a more top-down view, or a first-person view, and you even have a corner cam for your forklift, so you can make precise movements. And with that being the gameplay focus, it really boils down to being more of an arcade game where you're trying to do the tasks given to you each stage in a timely manner without running into things, and while also collecting the letters to spell fork. And there's also a hidden safety poster in each stage. And at the end of the stage, your score is tallied up, and they give you a rating out of 3 stars, with, of course, 3 being the highest. And if you don't get any stars, you have to retry the stage. You got to do it all over again, which can be frustrating. This game is not easy. I did play it on normal. I haven't finished it yet. It's a surprisingly meaty game. There's a lot of levels to get through, and there's even DLC stages you can buy. So if you really want to keep the forklift fun going, you can buy the DLC and keep going that way. And of course, you do earn money for completing the stages and doing the different tasks and finding the letters to fork and finding the safety posters. And you can use that money to buy different forklift operators, different colors of forklifts, different like logos and this and that. There's a lot to unlock too to keep you playing. I sadly haven't played long enough to make enough money, but you can unlock a skeleton. So if you wanted to drive a forklift as a skeleton, you can do that. That's pretty fucking sick. This game is, again, just, it sounds stupid, right? It sounds stupid to make a game based on driving a forklift, but it's actually pretty clever because it's all about the attention to detail and how like precise you are with your movements. And I guess that is the life of somebody that operates a forklift, right? A forklift operator has to make sure that they can do their job properly. The only part of this game that didn't really reflect an actual forklift operator is that during my lunch break, I can't go out to my car and drink a 6-pack of Miller Lite and smoke some menthol cigarettes. Sadly, they don't have that in the game. But you can get drunk in real life if you really want to live the forklift operator experience of working a 12-hour shift at in a warehouse. You can get drunk in real life. And this game actually would be fun to like play with a party of people. I could see this being a fun game if you have a group of friends over or like whatever, and you're all having some drinks, passing the controller back and forth, seeing who can get the best score. And Forklift Extreme could make for a pretty good laugh and a fun time. It's not a game that I have enjoyed in like long sittings. I think this game is actually best enjoyed in like smaller bursts. But it is fun. It is a lot of fun. I don't know what Teddy paid for this. I haven't looked at on the store. I'm going to say he paid $1 million because that's how much of a friend he is. But I do know that it's a lot of fun. And if you think this game looks cool, give Forklift Extreme Deluxe Edition a go. It is surprisingly fun. If you have like a Steam Deck or something, I can definitely see this being like a fun game to play handheld for sure. Thank you, Teddy, for Forklift Extreme. I am now forklift certified. I don't need to go get that certification. I did play this game. So if I apply for a job, I should be able to put that on my resume and get hired.